What is carer's allowance? Carer's allowance is money for people who provide care for a disabled person or for someone who needs support for at least 35 hours a week. It is the main benefit for carers, and the amount is set by the UK government every year. If you want to know how much carer's allowance is this year, see the description box below. So, who can get carer's allowance? Not all carers can get carer's allowance. You may be able to get carer's allowance if you look after someone who gets certain disability benefits. You look after this person for at least 35 hours a week. You are 16 years old or over. You are not in full-time education. You do not earn more than a certain amount per week. And you live in the UK and have been in the UK for a certain amount of time. Let's go through this information again, this time in a little more detail. We said that to get carer's allowance, you must look after someone who gets certain benefits. The person you care for must get one of these benefits. 1. Disability living allowance at middle or higher rate for personal care. Personal care is when a person needs help with things like washing, dressing, eating, getting to and using the toilet, and talking about their needs. 2. The daily living component of personal independence payment, PIP. 3. Attendance allowance or constant attendance allowance at the basic full-day rate. 4. Armed Forces Independence Payment. If the person you care for does not already get one of these benefits, they may be able to apply for one. For more information, go to our website. The link is in the description box, or call us at the number below. We said that you must look after that person for at least 35 hours a week. This can be any time of the day or night. The 35 hours could be spent helping them with personal care, doing things like cooking and cleaning, or doing things for them, even when you're not with them. You cannot add up the time you spend caring for different people. If you care for more than one person, you must choose which person you claim carer's allowance for. If you and another person both provide 35 hours of care each for the same person, only one of you can claim carer's allowance. The other carer should get advice about what other benefits they could get. They may be able to get carer's credit. If you care for a person who also provides care for someone, you may both be able to get carer's allowance. You may both be able to get carer's allowance even if you are caring for each other. Next, we said you must be 16 years old or over. You can claim carer's allowance up to 3 months before you turn 16. But you will not get paid your carer's allowance until the day you become 16. Then we said that you must not be in full-time education. You are in full-time education if the place you study says that your course is full-time and if you have to do at least 21 hours of study a week. You will not be able to get carer's allowance until you have finished or ended your course. After that, we talked about your earnings. So, if you work, you cannot get carer's allowance if you earn more than a certain amount per week. This is the money that you have left after you have paid income tax, national insurance, half of contributions into your pension, business expenses if you are self-employed, someone to provide care for the person you usually care for while you work, someone to provide care for a child under 16 as long as that someone is not part of the family. If you earn different amounts each week, or if you are self-employed, the amount you earn over a set time will be looked at. If you're paid from a personal or private work pension, you can still get carer's allowance. This is not the same if you get a state pension. If you earn money and pay tax, you should tell the tax office if you get carer's allowance. You might have to pay tax on your carer's allowance. The tax office details are in the description box. Finally, we said that you must live in the UK and have stayed in the UK for a set time. You must have been in Great Britain or Northern Ireland for at least 2 years out of the last 3 years. And you must normally live in the UK, Channel Islands, Republic of Ireland or the Isle of Man. There are different rules for refugees and their families from certain places. A refugee is a person who has been forced to leave their country of birth because it is not safe. If you are a refugee, you can get advice about this from the AIRE Centre. Again, their details are in the box under this video. You cannot usually get carer's allowance if you have immigration restrictions. Immigration is when a person chooses to live in another country. Immigration restrictions are rules for people who have chosen to live in another country. For example, you are not allowed to get some benefits. Claiming carer's allowance can affect your right to stay in the UK. You may be able to get free advice about this from your local law centre. See below for more info. Thank you for watching this clip. If you want to find out more about carer's allowance and other benefits, watch the clip linked here on screen. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel.